that might work if I scoop back and then scoop back and then scoop back.
Yeah, we gotta go way
and then scoop back. Out angle.
Why don't you just focus over?
Okay, let me fix it. Hold on. You can all
Let's go. To make the
Is that better?
image broader.
That is better.
Okay.
Yeah. It's all right.
We are really the ones that we talked about.
You're here.
When we were training.
Hello.
I'm everywhere.
Right.
Once you're ready, I'm going
5-0
to
Team Titan.
Almost ready, Mo.
Almost?
We're almost ready.
Okay.
We're almost ready.
I got time for this crap.
Titan crew. No! Natty guns.
Oh, God.
All right, I'm sorry. Let me see this. Stop it.
Yeah, that was the list that we.
All right, vegetables. That's number one. Mo, whenever you're... Oh, Daniel, get off the curtains.
It's good. It's good. You're good.
You
Yeah.
were all so shy. You guys didn't pop in on this last thing. So you guys, I don't know if you saw it or you're going to see it. We just did a sit down with... Can we all say her name?
Carmelia.
Carmelia. All right.
No, back.
All right. Let me introduce everybody. Or you.
It's like pausing.
It's pausing it.
Yeah.
My phone's having a hard time, guys. So Daniel here is someone that works on stuff
Yeah.
and go to he. I know he goes to you for answers. I know that Todd Abrams, my icon boy, also goes to you for answers. I know that I go to you for answers. Heath Evan goes to you for answers. And what I mean by answers is
I
this
go to
man
him for answers.
and you go to him for
Really,
answers.
for everything.
Daniel is an encyclopedia of retaining information, and you love studying. You love studying, and so what I'll get a lot of the time is I'll get video links to studies on just the smallest molecules and stuff, or situations with nutrition, how it impacts the mind, or just wild, incredible stuff, and then. Outside of the health and fitness world, some incredible cartoon stuff and how the lineage, I can't even say the word, look at that, of superheroes. So you have a plethora of extremes that help me quite a bit. But the great thing about you is you're also my formulator, and we've been formulating some products together for my vitamin line. And so the stuff that you come up with, and what's great is that I've been in this industry now since 1987 was my first tour through a facility, and that was in Utah, and that was the Weeders facility in Utah in 1987. So that was cool as a teenager doing that, and ever since then I've enamored by nutrition and training and what the possibilities are, because remember back in my day, the vitamin world was such a, weight gainer was all sugar.
Right.
So it's a different world today where nutrition actually, not nutrition, but supplementation really does help you. So give them a little bit about, even more so than I did.
Sure. So, one of the things we might want to kick off with is what we were kind of trading back and forth earlier in the gym today. Sean, you were making some great points about this, and Mike, you kind of started the conversation around how does one use vegetables as part of an overall nutrition program, and most importantly, for people who are struggling with eating vegetables and getting a bloating effect, what do they do to mediate that, and how do they integrate that into their nutritional plan?
You have vegetables?
Yes, I have all vegetables.
You have all vegetables. So
I think I'm the
you
one
stay very, very lean.
Eat
I
the
would say-
most,
I think
the
that's-
most
I think that's
vegetable
right.
out of everybody I ever met.
Yeah.
In my life.
And who is this?
Rez, yeah. I was going to introduce you, and then Rez. Rez is my boy, one of the Titan crew, a savage training partner.
Sean,
Sean
Rat.
Rez,
Sean Rez.
Fido, don't forget.
His superhero is the Raz,
They eat vegetables. Right.
but he eats more vegetables than anybody. I don't know if that's, I don't know if that's a starter with conversation. How you doing?
Yeah.
I'm Rez. I eat more vegetables than anybody. But you look better than everybody, so it's a good.
Well, my specialty is I keep my body percent under 5%, so I don't eat any carbs. So I consume just protein from food and all vegetables.
Okay, because a couple reasons. One is that I know that when I'm getting ready for a photo shoot or guest book, now for people that are out there that eat their vegetables, but they're always talking about the bloatness. What's going on in the body? Why do vegetables bloat?
Sure. So a couple of things. I mean, a lot of times the reason why people in nutrition, not necessarily in performance nutrition, but just in general, health and wellness, will recommend vegetables is because it slows the absorption of other macronutrients. So it better mediates the release of insulin. Of course, a preponderance of vegetables can lead to some bloating. Why? Well, but you've got a little bit of fermentation in the lower
For a few
gut.
hours.
Yeah.
Only for a few
So
hours.
it's a transitory effect. It's not something that lasts forever. But sometimes people notice that, and it also
It's a
depends,
good thing.
Yeah, it can
It's
be a
a
good
really
thing,
good thing.
and it also depends on what vegetables you're choosing. Right? Some have a greater effect in that regards than others. So a lot of it has to do with what your choices are, and of course the quantity and what other macronutrients you have.
Right. So because I don't retain water, the vegetable doesn't affect water retain.
Yeah.
But I find that like broccoli is the most gets me bloated.
Yeah.
Just for a couple hours, actually I timed it.
Yeah.
And the most one that gets me shredded is asparagus because it's a natural
because it has a
diuretic.
natural diuretic. Well, and that kind of segues into another question that we were kicking around, which is the difference between weight.
The water during the day, you're trying to flush the system, you're eating food, so you're already going to be heavier. And I judge off the mornings. You get a
I
good
agree.
night's sleep, you wake up and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm just so refreshed and everything. And it seems as though people really panic on their night view relative to their morning view. And so that's why this whole system and this discussion kind of came up about vegetables. Keep it in there. It is a process. We're trying to get somewhere. I fluctuate 10 pounds a day. So I start off at 265, but I usually finish the night at 275. And that's me slicing and dicing. So, but I don't panic about that. And I understand that that's food, that's water, it's the day, you're up. And I wish people would slow down on the excitement or the depression of gaining a pound or two, or losing a pound or two.
Right. Yeah.
You guys understand what I'm saying? Sorry, guys.
He's accurate about 10 pounds because I move about 2-3 pounds. Look at this forearm. Look at this. You think it's not really half a pound. The way I describe the vegetable, I compare it to oil engine in the vehicle. I say if you have a car, the fuel is your protein is your fuel.
We got a hybrid. So
Yeah.
Can we still do this?
They get a cheater. And then
we don't have a Rolls Royce.
And then vegetable, I call it oil engine, compared to oil engine in the car. I said, if you don't have the right oil engine in the car, or enough, doesn't matter what kind of car fuel you have, the car is not going to work right. So the performance, the whole digestion, the body, the vitamin, everything, yes. So the vegetables are very important, more important than everybody else that usually considering them, because they don't like it, they don't just drink them.
So I would go back to the loss of 1 or 2 pounds. I recommend weighing in every 2 weeks. And I also go off of how do the clothes fit. It's not so much the scale, because everybody goes off the scale. You lose 5 pounds and you're not happy in a month. And it's been 5 pounds in a month. That's not much. How do the clothes fit? Because maybe you lost 5 pounds, but you put on about 3 or 4 pounds of muscle that month because you haven't been training before that. Somebody messaged me the other day in the Titan crew and says, I'm really disappointed. I've lost. So we're looking at another 2 months. It's another 5-10 pounds. That's 15 pounds. We're getting some good numbers. But people today's age, do you feel that they want it now?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think that's right. We live in an epoch of short attention span theater. People want the results. People want the results now. I mean, and that actually brings up another interesting question. Sort of a nice what we talked about is a nice preamble for this. And Sean, you get this a lot. How many calories do you eat?
Yeah,
Right,
how many
and
calories can I say? I don't count calories, number one. And where do you get your calories from is the question you want to ask. Because when you know you're not eating carbs, you want to say, hey, where do you get your calories from? And calorie getting from carbs, sugar is so much different than getting calories from protein. Because time digestion and process of it is so different. And when you get it from carbs, and sugar can turn to fat and it's retaining your body fat, or from the protein, it takes time to digest. So it actually just breaking out those protein, it takes calories to burn.
Right.
More.
Yeah.